Y'all remember how NASCAR 2005 had three drivers on its cover? You had Kevin Harvick and his obvious 2004 Goodwrench scheme, some random fictional modified, and then there was Travis Quapple's 24 truck. No sponsor, but it had Line X. Y'all know that cover? Yeah, you do. So Quapple and that 24 truck, which was a Toyota in real life, were owned by Alex Meshkin and Larry McReynolds, who co-owned Bang Racing. Alex Meshkin is a young internet entrepreneur, was a young internet entrepreneur, and Bang Racing only fielded two trucks for a single Truck Series season, 2004, before they pulled out of the sport. But in that short time, they made a very significant impact on the sport, scoring Toyota's first ever win in NASCAR's Top 3 Series. So, how did they come to be? Who were these people? And how did their lone season go? And what happened after the team fell apart? As previously stated, Bang Racing was co owned by Larry McReynolds and Alex Meshkin. McReynolds needs no introduction. Y'all already know who he is. But who is Alex Meshkin? Alex Meshkin was only 23 years old when he founded Bang Racing, and he was even younger when he amassed his wealth. Right out of high school in 1998, Meshkin and his older brother Brian created a website called surfbuzz.com, a website that rewarded its visitors with points for doing things like reading news or checking their email on the site. And then these points could then be turned around and used in actual auctions on physical merchandise. Using Alex's own college fund to day trade on the internet, the Meshkin brothers gathered enough funds to launch SurfBuzz in 1999. Pretty predictably, SurfBuzz was a failure. Didn't even last a calendar year. It shut down in the mid 2000s, with the Meshkins losing $3 million in investors' money. Even so, Alex had still made a lot of money from SurfBuzz, and he was looking for something else to do with it. So he turned to motorsports, forming Bang Racing in late 2003, and he intended to buy Andy Petree Racing to go racing in the Cup Series. But Nextel was now the new title sponsor of the Cup Series, and Meshkin wanted to bring in a rival telecommunications company, so Nextel denied that. They wouldn't allow it. You're probably thinking, what about Singular? They were already sponsoring the 31 before Nextel became the title sponsor, so they were just grandfathered in. That was fine. Meshkin therefore settled on the Truck Series, and he signed a 3-year deal with Toyota to be one of their pioneer teams in NASCAR, bringing in Larry Mack as the co-owner and vice president of the team, and they leased shop space from Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer. Bang then signed two big-name truck drivers to field the team's trucks. Driving the 24 was Travis Quapple, 2001 Series Rookie of the Year and defending Series champion, with sponsorship from Linex and eBay on top of full factory support from Toyota. And driving the lesser-known 42 was Mike Skinner, the 1995 inaugural Truck Series champion, who has spent the last 7 years in the Cup Series. That truck also had full Toyota factory support. This is the first time in Truck Series history in which two champions raced under the same roof. And even for a startup team with a manufacturer making its NASCAR debut, expectations were very high. It's pretty safe to say that Bang met these high expectations in the first few races of the year. At Daytona, Quapple finished second, and while Skinner wrecked out a little over halfway through the race, both trucks led laps, which is obviously great for a new team. The next race at Atlanta, both Skinner and Quapple finished inside the top four. Skinner second, Quapple fourth. And Skinner nearly won the race, but he was passed very excitingly on the last lap by Bobby Hamilton, who won the race, obviously. And once again, both trucks led a lap. Both the 24 and the 42 began to taper off after Atlanta, but for the first 11 of the 12 races of the season, at least one Bang truck finished inside the top 15. Heading into the halfway mark at Michigan, Quapple was 8th in points, while Skinner was 12th. Not bad for a startup. And at Michigan, history was made. Late in the race, Quapple and Skinner both were in the top 5. After battling with Bobby Hamilton, Skinner took the lead with 22 to go, a few laps before Kelly Sutton spun out and brought out the yellow. On the ensuing restart with 17 to go, Quapple took the lead from his teammate Skinner before the caution came out again for Brandon Witt's engine blowing up. And surviving 2 more restarts within the final 12 laps, Quapple held on, while Skinner came home third, a near 1-2 finish for their first win. Quapple would back it up next race IRP with a 4th place finish, and then another win at New Hampshire a few races later, and Suddenly, Bang was on the up and up. However, the wheels quickly fell off the wagon. Shortly before Quapple's win at Michigan in July, McReynolds left the team, citing numerous unpaid bills and financial disagreements with Meshkin as the primary reasons. After that, Toyota pulled its factory support, leaving the 24 without sponsorship for a few races and the 42 completely dead in the water. That team shut down. Skinner was let go after New Hampshire, where he was quickly signed by Bill Davis Racing to drive the 5 truck we all know and love, alongside fellow Cup Series refugee Johnny Benson, who was in the 23. After the New Hampshire race, his win in New Hampshire, Quapple finished no higher than 15th, which he achieved at the second to last race at Phoenix, and finished 8th in points. While Skinner, in his new number 5, scored 2 poles and 2 top 10s after joining Bill Davis Racing. After the season, several key executives left the team, and Meshkin shut down in January 2005. However, before his team's closure, Meshkin had planned to expand into both the Busch Series and the Cup Series, which remember he originally planned to do. He announced his intent to field the number 82 Dodge, driven by Quapple, in 2005 in the Busch Series, and the number 28 Dodge, driven by Ward Burton in the Cup Series, with Burton receiving sponsorship from Net Zero. During his ownership of Bang, Meshkin also launched Nuts.com, which was shockingly similar to his failed SurfBuzz.com in premise, but just with a motorsports theme. I know what you're thinking, and yes, it's the same Nuts.com that sponsors that 28 Ford driven by Quapple in NASCAR 2005. Following the team's closure, its drivers found homes elsewhere. Quapple signed on with Penske in the Cup Series in 2005, driving the number 77 Dodge and running for Rookie of the Year, finishing second in that regard behind some scrub named Kyle Busch. Quapple would then drive the number 32 Tide Chevy in 2006 before going back to the Truck Series in 2007 for Jack Roush, and then going back to the Cup Series in 2008, where he would remain until 2014 before going back to the Truck Series in 2015 part-time, where he would end his career. Skinner would drive full-time in the Cup Series through the 2010 season, nearly winning more championships in 2007 and 2009, before going back to the Cup Series part-time in 2011, driving the 60 Toyota for Germain Racing, and then finishing up his NASCAR career in 2012. Prospective Bang driver Ward Burton retired from full-time racing after 2004, sans a brief career revival in 2007, where he signed on to drive the 4 for Morgan McClure in the Cup Series and the 27 in the Busch Series. As for the co-owners, both Meshkin and McReynolds went back to their respective lines of duty. McReynolds continued his analyst duties for NASCAR on Fox, which he still does today. And Meshkin, now 40 years old, is the CEO of Flow Health, a company devoted to improving patient health outcomes by advancing the understanding of disease and how to best treat them, whatever that means. So, in the end, Bang Racing is one of the odd pieces of trivia in NASCAR. They only ran a single Truck Series season, barely made it a full calendar year in operation before shutting down, but they still made a very significant impact on the sport. They provided Toyota its first victory in the top 3 series, beginning Toyota's legacy of winning in said top 3 series, which they still do today. Without Bang's contribution to Toyota's winning ways, who knows where we'd be today. Yeah, Germain Racing and Todd Bodine also gave Toyota wins in 2004, but would Germain have even entered the Truck Series with Toyota if Bang had not had successful results already? Probably. But I like hypotheticals, so who knows? Even so, Germain was not the first team to give Toyota a win. Bang Racing was. And for that, this weird, interesting, kind of sketchy team will go down in history. What's going on, guys? I just wanted to say really quickly, thanks for watching. I really enjoyed doing this, and I would love to do more. So if you have any suggestions for any future videos, leave them comments below or hit me up on Twitter or something. I don't know, just let me know, and I would love to do more of these. So yeah, this is my first time ever doing one of these, and I kind of want to start making it a regular thing. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions. It doesn't have to be NASCAR. It can be other sports like hockey, baseball, anything you can suggest. I'll look into it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see y'all later.